available to him. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Here in the Bay Area, we formed the international movement to defend, support an American hero, Bradley Manning. We have our friends in Sydney, Australia, rallying for Bradley. We are marching on the White House tonight. David Coombs said today, we won the battle. We beat back the government's attempt to portray Bradley as a traitor. We even convinced a military judge who was clearly in favor of the prosecution to throw out the aiding the enemy charge. Victory! The judge did, of course, convict Bradley of 19 charges. We're looking forward to challenging that in the Court of Appeals. And I think we're going to clearly win this, but it's going to take some more work. But now Bradley Manning's going to be able to take the stand and explain in his own words why he thought it was worth risking his life, basically, to present to us, the American people, what was really happening with our tax dollars in our name in Iraq and Afghanistan, and why we were holding innocent people and torturing them in Guantanamo Bay. We have a month of testimony before we know whether Bradley Manning will get time served or whether he will spend 134 years in prison. We are making plans to put before President Obama a pardon that's going to be supported by 1 million Americans. It's a travesty that he's serving one more day in prison, and all this because people like you supported Bradley Manning's defense fund so we can spend $300,000 to give Bradley Manning a chance of justice in the military court. We are just simply not going to relent until this American hero is free. Without information, we don't have a chance in hell to real democracy. And people like Bradley Manning, Edward Snowden, they're the real guarantors of our ability to shine light and hold our government accountable. That's why we're out here to free Bradley Manning. My name is Gary Virginia. I'm an openly gay man in San Francisco and an advocate for Bradley Manning. I was also one of the people who nominated him for Grand Marshal of the San Francisco Pride. We want to thank the 2,000 estimated people who comprise the largest contingent in the San Francisco Pride Parade this year. It's important as queer people and straight allies that we acknowledge that Bradley Manning is an American patriot hero, a whistleblower, and that he's openly gay. Now at age 25, he faces a sentence of up to 136 years in prison for exposing the truth about war crimes our government tried to hide. Of particular note is the collateral murder video from Iraq showing a U.S. Apache helicopter, service members targeting innocent Iraqi civilians, and Reuters journalists and a Reuters cameraman clearly holding no weapons, walking freely and targeted and assassinated. The New York Times reported this incident as people being killed as an exchange of militia fire. Bradley Manning exposed the truth of this. Our country is oppressing lots of people overseas. Our country is murdering people in other countries. And Bradley Manning showed us this when he released those videos of people being gunned down. Where is the outrage in this country? What about all of these banks and real estate people who have stolen millions of people's homes? When is George Bush going to be put on trial? Bradley Manning should not be facing any charges. Congress should be. The United States government should be facing the charges. The Pentagon. When is there going to be justice for us? Let's prosecute the real criminals that reside in Washington, D.C. We got a pretty good crowd here. There's some folks who want to march up to Union Square. There's some chanting. Let the people up there know about Bradley Manning. What do we think? Yes or no? Yes or no? All right, then.
We are all Bradley Manning.
Free Bradley Manning! Free Bradley Manning! Free Bradley Manning!
Well, I came out to be with other people on the day that I guess the verdict was announced, right? Disappointing but predictable. We need people to be courageous enough to speak the truth everywhere.
Free Bradley Manning! Free Bradley Manning!
Excuse me, excuse me. Balancing on you. Get your shot. You're such a good photographer. I can stand right behind you.